Hi, welcome to Sephra's World. My name is Sephra, and this is my world. Today, I want to talk about Dumbo. I went to see Dumbo yesterday, and let me tell you, it was not easy to go see Dumbo yesterday because yesterday was Tornado Tuesday, or was Traumatizing Tuesday, or something, because Avenger tickets went on sale, and so the websites were all crashed. And for us to go see Dumbo, we were going. My son has one of those in Canada. They're those pass things, but you have to order online before you get to the theater. And then we had coupons that we had to do online before we go to the theater. And we couldn't do any of that because the Cineplex was crashed, and we wanted to see Dumbo yesterday because, they could only go, we work and stuff, so picking a time we're both available. Anyways, we made it. We got to an evening show after all the drama and trauma of the day, and we saw it in IMAX, and I really enjoyed it. Now, spoiler alert. If you've not seen Dumbo, please leave now. Just leave because you don't want spoilers. Okay? So, I'll talk a bit about my expectations or whatever. I am a CGI fanatic. I love 3D, CGI, all that stuff. I love live action and I love animals. I'm the one that goes see Star Wars and Jungle Book and, the live action Beauty and the Beast and I see all these things. I love them. So I was excited to see Dumbo. I'd been looking forward to it for months. And Dumbo, the cartoon or the animated movie, the original animated movie, like most people my age, it was a childhood favorite and rather traumatizing. And then, my kids grew up to watch it and enjoy it. And we have it on VHS. And actually, I have a record. I believe Shirley Temple Black actually narrates the story, and all the songs are on the record and all that. They still listen to that for hours when I was little. And even when I taught musical theater, I did a piece from Dumbo when I see an elephant fly, and I had some dancing crows with my son Dorian was one of them. I think he was about 4 at the time. It was really cute, these little kids. A little girl played Dumbo, and another little girl played the mouse, and it was a really cute little number, based off the movie. So we all know the original movie had a lot of problems. It did not age well. It did not age well at all. And so I guess I'm of two minds. So first of all, I think I want to say that um, one of the things I loved about Dumbo as a child is I was a huge animal story lover. I still am. My favorite things were like The Incredible Journey, Beautiful Joe, Old Yeller, Lassie, Lad, Little Hobo, all that stuff, right? So Dumbo was like that, right? It was a story about an elephant and a mouse who were buddies, and they go on to, beat the man and save the circus with the help of some crows, right? Like the movie opens with the stork coming in and dropping all the new babies to all the animals. Dumbo is born, and then all the other elephants pick on him because he's different looking. It wasn't the humans, it was the elephants that bullied him, which pissed off the mom, and then she went nuts and got taken away and all that. And then also too, and I haven't seen the movie in years, so maybe I'm wrong. Um, and then also how Dumbo actually flies is because he gets drunk, right? So I knew they weren't going to do that. I already knew they weren't going to do that. I was prepared for that. I mean, that's obvious in today's social climate where everyone's so stressed out about everything. You can't have fun anymore. So I knew they wouldn't have the elephant get drunk and fly, drinking and driving, right? And but that's how he meets the crows, right? The booze pours into his water bucket. He drinks. He passes, he sees the Pink Elephant song. It gets nightmares. But meanwhile, while he's having the nightmare, he's flying 'cause he didn't know he could fly yet, right? And then he wakes up far away, and then the mouse finds him, and the crows are making fun of him. Like they sing the song, I think I seen everything when I see an elephant fly. I saw a peanut stand, I saw a rubber band, I saw a needle that winked its eye. Like it's a great song. Um, so to me, it was all about the animals. There's no humans involved in this movie. The animals save the day. He has the magic feather. The mouse plucks the crow feather from one of the crows, gives it to Dumbo. This is your magic feather. Use it to fly. So then, when the clown act gets too intense, he has his feather so he can fly, and then he loses the feather and he's all stressed out, and then he realizes he can do it on his own, and it's all magic. And but they didn't do that. They took away all the animals, and so it's a totally different movie, and that's fine. I'm accepting the movie for what it is, much like I'm trying to accept some other movies, like, for what they are, and not my what I think they should be, or preconceived notions. This is what the filmmaker, you know, Tim Burton chose to do. And so what Tim Burton does, you've probably already read all about it, is it's all about the humans. So, Dumbo's born immediately. For some reason, all the humans make fun of him. I don't know why they would, because they're at a circus and they want to see freaks. So why does the audience find this elephant freakish, or for a freak, when they're seeing all the other bizarre and interesting acts? So why are they mocking this elephant? How do they even know he's different? They're just townsfolk. They don't have TV or anything. They don't even know what an elephant's supposed to look like. So how do they know this elephant doesn't look like how he's supposed to look like? How do they know he's not going to grow into his ears? And so on, right? So already I was just like, oh. Actually, I think as I do this video, I'm probably gonna like the movie less, because I actually do like the movie. And the dad comes home, like, now there's a family, so they took away the mouse. Now the mouse's part is played by a couple of kids. And the kids were really good. Like, I didn't want to punch them or anything, because sometimes kids in movies, I just hate them so much. But these children were fine. Um, so it's like, mom's died, dad's come back from the war, and he's missing an arm, and Colin Farrell is like so hot. So I was very enjoying seeing him, and and the girl wants to be a scientist. So of course, by the end, she's built a robotic arm for her dad. In theory, we think. Yeah. So the show became about all the humans and their stuff, and a big circus buys the little circus, and it all goes to hell. And the mother was taken to go on, like, Scary Island or whatever it was called, the scary part of the island. And that was cool, because as a horror writer, and as a Tim Burton fan, even though I haven't seen any of the Alice in Wonderlands or any of that, and I hated his Planet of the Apes, so maybe I'm not a Tim Burton fan. I don't know. I like where he goes. Like, I like his imagination. And so he did at the end, when everyone's trying to rescue Mom Elephant from the scary island, the haunted maze part of the island, or the circus. That was really well done. It was scary, it was creepy, and if you have little kids, you may not want to take them, but of course, you've already seen it if you're watching this far. So I really thought that was well done. But it felt like a whole different movie. It's like, now Dumbo's a horror movie. My biggest beef with the movie, I think, like the minute it was over, I was like, the ending makes no sense to me, because, everything kind of made sense, like we could believe in the story points they gave us and all that, until the very end, when, they were rescuing the mom from, the haunted island, from her, you know, scary place. And then they put the mom and Dumbo on a boat, and the boat takes them to Africa or India or wherever the heck these elephants live. But so the the they get to the boat, and I thought the snake charming guy was gonna take them to their new home, but because it looked like he's talking to them, hey, get on the boat and all that, and but then he's waving goodbye to them on the dock with the other people. So I don't know if that was a mistake. Maybe they filmed it in a different order and then realized that they would have him take them, but he was there waving goodbye. So I'm like, okay, so who put these elephants on the boat? Who's dealing with these elephants on their trip? Who bought the tickets, and why are they running loose? Like, do you think some boatman is gonna let two elephants on his boat without a cage? Or they just walk on, right? Jumbo and Dumbo, they just walk on, and with no one, they're just like marching on the boat, go into their new life. And it's like, at the end of the day, like they're not talking elephants. They never established these elephants can do stuff on their own except fly. Like they don't talk. There's no interaction. They just go on they just march onto the boat. The people let them on the boat and off they go. And then we see them in the new land in the safari or the special park, or I don't know where they went. They didn't really say. And then the elephants see a herd of elephants, and then Dumbo flies over them, and they all wave, and so I guess they'll infiltrate nicely with this tribe of elephants or the herd of elephants. I don't know how elephant hierarchy works. I don't know if you can just show up and be part of the gang, or if the male elephants have to fight, if there's only one male per. I know more about lions than elephants, so I don't know if I know they have some sort of hierarchy because all herds and tribes and stuff have hierarchies. So I don't know if Jumbo and her kid can just like, hey, we're here and we're joining your club. I don't know. Or if they'll just get like killed, and I don't know if they'll be able to survive in the jungle because there's circus elephants who've known no other life, I don't think. But maybe not, because Jumbo was sold to Danny DeVito's circus pregnant. She didn't get pregnant in the circus like in the original. She was sold to him pregnant. And so we don't know where she came from. Maybe she had just come from there and now she's gone back somehow to the exact same place. I don't know. Um, Maybe the dad was greeting them too. I don't know. So that to me that was confusing, and it disturbs me greatly because it's like I know there's so much other stuff like flying elephants, but no, it's the elephant got on a boat and sailed away. That bothers me the most. Anyways, that was my only real issue with the movie. It wasn't clear to me what was happening there and who was in, that this could happen. And theoretically, they survived the trip and they're hanging out in their new land. And then the circus, Danny DeVito gets his circus back, and somehow they're doing better, even though there's no animals. They say we are an animal-free zone, yet the dude's riding the horse. They do a thing where they let the mice out of the cage, but they're just going back to the cage because they've always lived in that cage. And the monkey's still hanging out. They forgot about the monkey for so much of the movie because the monkey was like really there at the beginning. I love monkeys. I love monkeys so much in movies. Like that's my favorite thing because I'm, that type of person. So, in Big Bang Theory, I like it's probably the same monkey. I don't think it's the same monkey, but so like the monkey's like a huge part of the hijinks at the beginning. Then they forget about him. Like I know he's in the burning fire trick when they first use him, but then instead of maybe having the monkey ride Dumbo, they make this trapeze girl ride Dumbo. But I thought Dumbo was just like 2 days old, so I don't know. So things, little things like that were kind of bugging me. But yeah, for the most part, though, it's a good movie. Might be a little scary for some people, like for little kids, in the alligator part, the crocodile part. But no one gets eaten or anything. Like there's nothing really violent. But yeah, it was okay. I wish they had kept more of the songs in because I love all the songs from that movie. They just had like snatches where you start humming along, then it's gone, and they sang the mermaid sings "Baby Mine," not the mother. And yeah, there was no animal. The mouse has no role. Like they have the mouse. They just show him kind of twice, so we remember there's a mouse, I guess. But I really enjoyed in the original the elephant mouse relationship. Like that was the bond. It was like so good, 'cause the mouse thinks he's the ringleader and all that, and he's like the conscience, like Jiminy Cricket. And anyways, but yeah, so go see it or not, or if you've seen it, what do you think? Did you like it? Did you hate it? What'd you think of the CGI? There are a couple spots where the elephant looked to me like a sock, like his trunk looked like a sock or like material cloth instead of an elephant, but that's okay because it's IMAX. It's so huge. We didn't have it in 3D. I don't think it's in 3D, but yeah, we saw it in IMAX, and yeah, it's really a spectacle. Yeah, so I enjoyed it. I give it like an 8 out of 10. I just maybe the outtakes clear up the part where, we'll see a scene where the circus people bought a ticket for the boat, and maybe we'll see a scene on the boat where somebody's in charge of those elephants telling them, "Hey, it's okay, it's only another 40 hours by sea to get to where we're going." And who's feeding those elephants? I don't know. Too many questions. All right. Anyways, thanks for listening. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to hear more of my ramblings here on Suffers World. Bye.